Hello, and welcome to Critically Disdained. Today we are going to review Papa Roach's new album, Ego Trip. This album fuses together old Papa Roach and modern Papa Roach. The despair and frustration is still inherent in their lyrics, but there's an added element of hope and despair for a good future. Throughout the record, Jacoby Shaddix sings about being in pain and looking inside himself to find what is wrong and realizing that not only is he the problem, he's also the solution. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Rock bands do the best slow songs. So when they do a slow song, they do it the best. And Jacoby proves this yet again with the song Leave a Light On. It has gentle guitar and soft strings, nice backing vocals, and his voice on this track is fantastic. It sounds like he is singing a song to a loved one that is fading away. But I believe he is actually singing to himself. In my opinion, it is a beautiful song of a person singing to the dark side of themselves, reminding themselves that who they are becoming is not who they are, and that they can return to the light, which is the safe space of their true self. It's a very beautiful song and a wonderful theme. Speaking of themes, lyrical themes throughout the album, we have rage, pride, regret, but also taking control and hope are things you find throughout. The song Stand Up is a song for the times that we live in, for sure. It is a battle cry against the they that keep us down. The question still remains to this day, who are they? In this context, I believe they are whoever keeps us down. It can be anybody, whoever the mental oppressors or dividers are. This is a call to stand up and remember you are not alone. And that is a very important message for everyone to remember. The song Swerve has some features on it, Fever 333 and Swaco. It has an interesting beat that includes a saxophone that I really liked. It reminded me of the two guys that went viral on YouTube playing the drum and the sax in the subway. It was really neat, a very different sound that I found very enjoyable. Overall, the album is what you would hope for, plus some throwback type feel for the very old school fans. I would consider myself a casual listener of Papa Roach. I listened to Infest many times. So in prep for this video, I listened back through their catalog to refresh my memory. And this record, in my opinion, sounds like a walk through their career. I think they played it safe and pulled it off without playing it too safe. You could give this album to a new listener and they would get the overall feel for how Papa Roach sounded as they progressed through the years. The beginning starts out aggressive and moves into a calm, introspective sound just past halfway through, and goes out with a bang with the song I Surrender, which at times felt like a 3 Days Grace song, which was kind of neat actually. My overall opinion is that this album has honestly moved me one step away from being a casual listener, closer to fan status. I really enjoyed it. It was enough like themselves to appease the fans and different enough to avoid being mundane. My favorite song on this album is Swerve, followed very closely by Leave a Light On. I love the use of the saxophone in the beat on Swerve. It's fun and very different, and I really enjoyed that one. Now, my least favorite song, I will have to say, is the song Stand Up. And this was the repetition of the word sweat is why I chose this as my least favorite. Although I did really enjoy the verses and the chorus, it was the repetitive use of that word that for some reason I didn't really like. If that was removed, I would have fully enjoyed the song. I don't really know why I didn't like that aspect of it, but that was why I didn't like that part of it, it's not a bad song, it's just the one that I liked the least on the record. A rock score out of 10, a solid 9. They brought in a healthy amount of slow music, but they kept it bumping the majority of the record. They didn't slow it down too much, and they kept very, very true to themselves, which was good. As usual, if you like this review, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on the socials. I can be found on most platforms under the handle Half Eaten Salad. I also post the audio of this and other videos I make on many of the streaming services. If you want to keep up to date on upcoming releases, join me on Discord. I post there as soon as I hear about new albums being announced. And lastly, you can follow me on Spotify, where I am constantly creating and updating music playlists. I will put links in the description below. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you here next time on Critically Disdained.